All right, what's going on, guys? So quickly, I just want to ask, out of the people that are in here, how many of you have been utilizing, not the dashboard, but you've been watching these analysis, the analysises. It's weird to say. The plural form of analysis. How many of you have either hopped on and been paying attention and watching it? Because I would like to know if this is actually helping you guys. Because if it's not, I'm wasting my time. And I don't want to do that. I don't like to waste time. So would love to know. You guys can talk in the chats and see what I want to see what you guys say. But last night was pretty successful. I think I told you guys the pairs that I was looking at the most were CAD Chef, CAD JPY, and EuroCAD. I like those the most, and I traded those and made some money. I started and being completely transparent, I started a 250K prop firm this week and lost 0.8% the first night trying to get in too early. And I was, and it's funny because I knew like I should have waited for it and it ended up going the actually wrong direction. So I hit my stop loss, but it's okay. And the next night, which was last night, I made that all back and some, just a little bit. So I'm back at break even, but it's the consistency that matters. A lot of people they get lost in the sauce and they kind of just forget that, hey, prop firms, you got 30 days and like, all you need to do is be in profit. Like, and my first test run with all of this, I did 17% in 2 weeks, and that was using proper risk management. Like I wasn't doing like crazy standard lot. I was doing max 3 lots on a 100K account. Like that's it. So this stuff works, and I want to be able to show you guys all of it. Hi, Steve. Hi, Steve. So, last night, let me go over the trades I took, just so that we can kind of analyze what happened. I need. Where's CAD? Here's CAD JPY. We'll do that one. So I had this one going for a drop, and the one thing I always talk about is that you want to look for the best setup. You want to look for an ideal setup, something where it's like mechanical in a sense, where you don't have to think. You're just like, oh, it did this, I'm taking it. Well, CAD JPY was going to be dropping, and ultimately I said I wanted people looking for a stop hunt high drop, right? That's ideal. That is typical pattern movement. It is once you see that thing go up, it does form that shark fin and it drops. It actually did form a shark fin later at the end of the day, right there, and you still could have caught some pips, which I mean, nobody really likes to trade at the end of the day because it's the end of the day. But like, let's say you entered here off the shark fin, which has been right there. I mean, you'd be up 90 pips right now. I mean, that's still solid. So like it wasn't a crazy stop hunt, but it was still something where if you were paying attention, you could have took it. I entered down here mainly because when you see the markets for so many years, you just start noticing when things are either going to stop hunt or they're not. My gut, everything in me was saying this was going to be a straight drop. So I entered early and I went to a tiny bit of drawdown, barely. I didn't even go into like 1% draw, not even 0.5% drawdown on all the trades I took, and ended up paying out nicely. Like I said, I broke even on the account, 250K, so I'm back at the profit, and it was working. It was a solid trade night, so that ended up playing out perfectly. And then on top of that, I took the trade on CAD Chef, which was here. Another straight drop. These weren't stop hunting at all. So I entered here again from this point right at the bottom. Went into a little bit of drawdown. What, 8 pips, 7 pips, and then went down to the end of the day. And my take profit was hit during FOMC. So FOMC hit, boom, hit my take profit, retraced, and then came back down and went a little lower. But I caught 40 pips. So that was a successful trade. And the other pair I took was Euro CAD. Something about so like two things I've noticed on these pairs, guys, is that CAD pairs and Chief pairs are amazing with this dashboard. It's it's ridiculous. Those are like the only pairs. If you look at my trade history from all my I can't show you on my demo. It's not logged into it, but most of the trades were Chief pairs and CAD pairs. Um, So where's EuroCAD? Right here. I have these two. I don't need that. Let me close this, guys. Hold on. Okay. Now let me move this back down. I had this for a buy for stop hunt low. We called it down here. I was like, let me look for a stop hunt low buy. And I did not wait for the stop hunt low. Like I said, I saw it doing a straight drop or straight rise. So I entered right about here. And then it went negative 12 pips. This pair moves pretty fast. And I ended up catching all of here. Got about 40 something, 48 pips, 49 pips. And then re-entered at the top here for a quick scalp, made a couple $100 and then dropped out. So all of it worked out. And if you guys have been on here consistently, you've been watching the replays, I mean, this is working. If you pay attention, you will start to make money. It's inevitable. It's all about consistency, and you should know that. So, oh, that one person's joining in. So let's go over the pairs for tonight. Question first off, do any of you have a specific pair you want me to go over before I get started in this? Because I'm going to run through these. And if you've been man, look at all these new peak formations. Like, look at this. The second row, the last one is the last three peak formation low. Like, there's so many peak formations here. And you guys can easily catch all of these. Like, I'm going to have to go through this. I'm going to have to go through all these. Jesus Christ. Because these are solid. Yeah, I have an hour and I have to go out to dinner with my wife because it's her birthday. It's her birthday, and we're gonna have we're gonna get some good food tonight. But all right, I'm going to just run through these pairs. I know I say I look at the gold checks, but I like looking at peak formations that were formed 3 days or less. 3 days or less. Those are perfect because if that peak formation is a true peak formation, then you guys are going to be able to catch anything. So bear with me. I'm going to try to fly through this, okay? Because I'm limited on time and there's a lot of pairs to go over. So if you have questions as I go, please let me know. Okay, so we got one PFL for GBP NZD. Let's go to GBP NZD. Chats. I would like to know if we can get the indicators that you use on the MT4, MT5. Yeah, you can. In my group, they have them. And then on top of that, there's a website you can go to on Teachable, which is like Nick's site. I don't know if you guys know who the Nick is. He's the initial creator of the dashboard, but he gives out this template for free. I've edited mine. I don't really actually have like the New York session boxes. I simply just use the Asian session boxes, the previous lows and ADR highs and lows. That just gives me direction. And then this I use for pips and times of the candle. Yeah, no problem. That is gonna have to be something I kind of put together. I can't do it right now, but getting back on the topic, this looks like a solid peak formation. The only thing is, I think this is still a drop. Hold on. Weekly is an uptrend. Don't want to predict the reversals. Daily did this. This is a new day. Oh, I like the way GBP closed. Look at GN, babe. Yeah. The TDI is showing it's still above the 50, so it's still uptrend, clear uptrend. Through wick down here, end of the day. Let's see. Yeah, this looks like a good buy. The only thing is it's an NZD pair. So mind you, this dashboard, it starts fresh at the start of the new day. So the new day starts at 5 o'clock p.m. EST. So if you were to get on here at 5:01, refresh, then this was all here. And technically, if you were to catch this, this is 654. You could have actually bought in immediately and took it. You'd be up 70 plus pips right now, which is wild to think. But those pairs move pretty fast. I would say if you're going to enter in a buy here, because it's already late. I mean, mind you, if you want to hold it, you can hold it, but I'm a very big advocator of buying low and selling high. And to me, this is too high. And to me, all this says is like, cool, it might continue up, but it might do that first. And this is where people get greedy. This is where they lose money because they're like, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna hold it. They think they're gonna become like a long-term intraday trader or swing trader and they can just do it, but they over leverage and they margin out and they lose their money and they end up being right. Shit I used to do. So I would just say look for a pullback. If you have these EMAs, look for it to be on the EMAs and then look for a shark fin. Right. So drop by it actually might not shark fin just because of the fact it's already moving up. So it might do something like this. Top and then back up. It's ugly, but that's what I would wait for. And my take profit, I mean, look at it. It's already hit, someone's about to hit 80-hour high. This pair might be done with. I would just be careful. Take a pullback if you want to enter, take it to the 80-hour high or take it to the high of, I guess you could take it to the high up here, honestly. The high of Asian session box. This is the psychological line. So the market makers will use this as a guide to like essentially push. So we actually could see something like this where they push up tonight. And what's today? Wednesday, Thursday. So that means it's a midweek reversal. So we have the Tuesday. So we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday reversal, and then could potentially be back down. We will see. But I still see this has a little bit more room. Not really what I'm going to be looking for tonight. All right. GBP USD. Peak formation low 2 days ago. Okay. So this is an uptrend, yes. It's, I already said this before on a previous call. Bollinger Bands are tight. See how tight they are? When it's tight, that means there's no volatility, especially on a daily perspective, meaning that the price could just go gradually up. So if that's going to happen, which it looks like it is going to happen, expect a push up to break the high. This did break the high on a 4-hour candle. It wicked. That could just mean that it's going to pull back soon. But I wouldn't take this for a buy yet. Remember, buy low, sell high. If it's already high, you could be right and take that risk and catch those pips. But you build that muscle memory, you eventually will get in at the wrong time. And what you think is, oh, I'm going to buy it, it's going to go, would eventually, you'll catch that one time where you entered too soon and it drops and then it goes up. So I would look for buys, but to keep it safe, wait for a pullback and rise. Pull back to the water, pull back to the catch up, the 13 EMA. It all depends. And on top of that, it's divergent and overbought right now. So that just tells me that they're just going to start trapping. And on top of that, I mean, like here's the high, right? They wicked above it. That's a stop hunt. That's a trap. So like what they do is they might go up again one more time for midweek reversal, and then they could drop it back down and then eventually go back up again. So be careful of this. Midweek reversals could hurt. Let's go to Euro JPY. Peak from it. Ooh, this one looks good. And these are all JPY pairs. These are Asian session pairs. So like they tend to make their moves a lot sooner. Okay. Let's go to the weekly. Oh, I'm liking the weekly. Depending on how this week closes, we could be seeing a full-on reversal the next week. Like this could be a full-on drop. So, oh, the daily closed nice too. Oh man, I didn't see this pair. Is this a 2-day? This is a 2-day. That means the peak formation just formed yesterday, but the trend was confirmed today. So we are going to be looking for pullbacks. It already broke this low, which is solid. Break of structure, drop. It pulled back. Now we want to see another pullback. What's the question? After, can you do Euro USD? I already did GBP USD. I'll do euro. So this could do two things. All right. Now, warning, I actually forgot to say this. It is NFP week. And because tonight is technically Thursday, they could be consolidating the pairs for the rest of the week. And what that means is that they might not have any volatility. It could just die down. So like when the EMAs get tight like this, that means ranging is about to happen. Right. See how tight they are? They got the blueberry here, water there, or mayo there, and the water there. They're all super tight compared to fanned out like here, here, here. Right. See how spread out they are? Spread out just means time for reversals to go through the EMAs that are open. And notice, look what it did. It broke through the water, retested it, bounced, support resistance. Broke through the mayo, retested it, bounced off the water and the mayo. If you saw that last night, if I would have seen this last night, I would have sold it. And then look where it went. Went right to the blueberry. Now, when they tend to do that, it looks like this was it looks like it was level 3. Let me look at it. Oh yeah. This thing's been pushing up for a minute. This might be even like a different level. Mind you, levels happen on any time. So you have the W formation here. W at 1, 2, 3. This is level 3. So what's going to happen is we might see one more push up to the upside. And then could see an overall reversal going in the next week. We'll see. But I do like this for a sell just because of how the peak was formed. And look at this TDI. That's not even like pulling back. That's just going to go oversold. So this could be a straight job. We'll see. But going back to what I was saying, when the EMAs are tight, they'll tend to go in between them like this. And they'll range, which is a reset, which is also what they do before NFP. And they'll still, what they'll do is they'll collect contracts. So every single time you see ranging at all, they're collecting contracts, both buys and sells. And at the end of the week for NFP, based on price and how many contracts they've had, if they see there's a lot of sellers, right? If they see there's a lot of sellers, they will manipulate price with a stop hunt high to hit all the stops of all the sellers and activate buy stops for all the buyers, and then they will reverse it. Right? So that could happen during NFP. But I do like this. I would wait for a stop hunt high. Either a stop hunt high a little bit. This is actually going to play out kind of like this might be a straight drop. Either a stop hunt high drop or consolidation like this drop. I'll be paying attention to Euro JPY, and I'm going to write that down actually. I have a list. I suggest you guys take down lists of what you want to be looking for in regards to what to sell and what to buy for tonight, just so that you have a memory of just keeping everything in check. So EJ. Okay. Let's go to, you wanted me to do Euro USD. So let me check that out for you. It's a lot going on here. It's hitting the 200 EMA on the weekly, showing some resistance. EMAs are tight. It's ranging. It's consolidating right now. Hasn't broken high. It broke these highs, through another wick. These are getting, this is getting ready for a drop. And why I'm saying that is mainly because look at this, ready? History repeats itself. Let me look at the EMAs. Ugh, damn it. Okay. See the EMAs here? See how wide they are? And look what price did. Dropped in between them, right? What's happening right here? Do you see a recurring pattern? Do you see all the hits to the high? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like you got 4 hits to the high, technically, because this is a high, right? So they're accumulating contracts. So what they could do is go one more time and then drop. But this is a euro pair, and this is on the H4. So that dollar come NFP time, if I'm correct, we'll see a big drop to recorrect price. So let me look at the daily real quick. Would I go for a sell? Not really, because the higher time frames are an uptrend. So anything for a sell would be a pullback. And if you are going to sell it, be in and out. Don't take forever. But I would just be careful. This isn't the best looking setup right now because there was no peak formation. So that's my analysis on that. What are the EMAs? The EMAs are the red is the 5 EMA. Wow. The red EMA is no, the 13 EMA. The water is the 50 EMA. The mayo, which is the white line, is the 200 EMA. And then the blueberry is the 800. All right. Let me show you. And this is what you want your settings to look like. So if you're looking at this recording, pause it. It's going to be pretty much set them to exponential, close, and then all you got to do is change the colors for each one and then the number. So you would just change this number from 13 to 50 and then click OK. And then once you open it up again, you then change it to 200 and then click OK. And then you go to 800 and then you change the colors for each one. And then they pop up on your screen. So pretty simple. I think the price is out of breath when it comes to yours. What do you think? Yeah, they're consolidating. It's waiting for NFP. If honestly, I would just wait because they're at a high. It's level 3. It's completely level 3. Look, it's not. There's no highs. There's no lows. There's no new levels being formed. This is a reset. They're waiting. Price is waiting to do something, and based on how many contracts they collect, they will go in that direction. And I don't see anything telling me that price is going to drop. I mean, on a higher time frame, it's going to go up, but anything could happen for it to go down. I mean, this is telling me continuation. I don't think this is going to drop. I think this could keep going up. So, but I'm not trading this pair. So I would just pay attention or wait till next week for it to give you a definite move. And then from there, you'll know exactly what to do. Okay. So let me go to the next pair. I got to fly through these. NZD JPY. Ooh, NZD looks good too. Okay. Weekly. Oh, that daily looks good. Didn't take out the peak, hit the high. Overbought, wasn't divergent. Maybe the 1 hour was. Was it? No, really wasn't that divergent. But it is a head and shoulders. So let me see this. This is NZD JPY. Looks like JPY pairs are for the win tonight. Okay. NZD. I'm going on here because the price action is cleaner. So nope, not even divergent on there. This is just the pullback, but damn, was this like, why didn't they show this last night? Look at the end of the day. This is the move. That was the move right there. This was perfect. Just like CAD JPY, this was the same setup. I would think this is going to drop again. This has to go to the blueberry. Just like CAD JPY did. Look, CAD JPY right here. Look what it did. Went right to the blueberry. So if we go to Euro JPY, or not Euro JPY, NZD JPY, sorry. It's got to drop. It's got to do another drop. So I'm going to wait for this. This actually might be a pair of trade tonight. I'm going to wait for Boom, boom. That's it. That's what I'm looking for. All right, I'm on to the next pair. What was the question? In the event of reversal and break in the previous lows, we would go for a sell over several weeks, I think. I would say at least the next week. I wouldn't say that hard, but I guess we'll find out next week. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah, I know you're talking about your USD. Okay. So that's what I have for NJ. Now I gotta start flying through these time. NZD Chief overall downtrend. That looks good. So there's that Chief pair again. NZD Chief and NZD JPY look exactly the same. Except NZD JPY was more up, but this is down. Man, it broke through. Missed all of this. The heck, man. This has got to drop. This is gonna be a multi-week W. It didn't take out this high right here. All right, so it's still technically a downtrend. So, I mean, the only logical thing is stop on high, drop. So this would be another thing. So NJ, and I'm going to do N Chief for sells. These are all looking good. NZD pairs are looking good for sells. Ideally, stop on high, drop. I mean, it's not really going to go that high. So any type of movement up, you're going to really want to look for a sell. And I don't think it's going to be a shark fin. I think it's going to be something like it goes up here, bounces off this MB market baseline, and then retraces back down. We will see, though. We will see. And I don't see any divergence either. And when I don't see divergence, I don't predict reversals. I look for continuation. Always. That's a rule of thumb. Remember that. If you don't see divergence, always expect the pair to go in that same exact direction. Because if you try to predict the reversal before it happens, you're going to lose money. You will lose money. You might make money, but long term, if you try to make that move over and over and over again, you will lose money. It does not work. So, next pair. AUD NZD. I don't like it. Not touching it. AUD JPY. It looks like there's a new uptrend going. So if this peak formation is a high, then this looks like a pullback. So that pair dropped hard already. And it hit the blueberry. See how this pair hit the blueberry too? The JPY. The only pair that hasn't hit yet is NJ. Hence why I'm very confident that that pair is going to drop. Go the weekly. Weekly's going down clearly. Overall downtrend, but guess what? Bigger uptrend. This high. These are things you got to look at. Here was a break of structure. It went all the way across. You got a high here, pullback, rise. So now, on a weekly, this might take the rest of the year. We can expect something like this. Over the next 6 to 8 weeks, for this to go down, honestly, it might go lower. It might go down to here. Hit that blueberry, and then finish out the year like that. See how this, it's not oversold yet. There's no divergence. So what do? If there's no divergence, you continue. And it's stuck between the EMAs. So the best place it's going to go to is the Mayo. So if this is a peak formation, then it's probably best to look for sells. That's the daily. I like the way it closed. Yeah, I would just keep looking for sells. Honestly, I don't think this thing is going to really do it. I mean, it's between the EMAs. So the only other thing, if it doesn't do this, is it does this. But I don't see that. I think these pairs are just going to continue to drop. So just look for a stop on high drop. I'm going to do AJ too. A lot of good sells on the JPY pairs and NZD pairs too. AJ. 80 Chief. And it's at a low. This pair looks like it dropped too hard already.
Card.
The card? Is it not? Hold on, guys. Give me 1 second. Got to take 2 seconds to do something. It already is. Okay. So that's 80 JPY. Did I already go over it? Yeah. So 80 Chief. 80 Chief. This pair already dropped. It's too much. Buy low, sell high. Does this sell look high enough? Could it drop? Yeah. Could keep going, but I'm not taking my chances. If it's gonna be a drop, it's gonna be a pullback first. It's gonna be a hard pullback, and then I would just take it to the low. But this is it's too late to sell right now. I would wait. So then Euro USD. Oh, we just did that. So that is peak formation though. Yeah, it looks good for a buy. Well, like I said, it is an overall uptrend, but it's consolidating, uh waiting for some sort of break. We'll see though. I'll do CAD Chef, which is what I traded last night. That broke. So this is going to continue. CAD Chef. Overall downtrend. Weekly is good. Broke the structure. The only thing is, look at this is the lowest point I think it's ever been. Yeah. It just broke last night, actually just today. It is at an all-time low on this pair on recorded history, which goes back to 2001. 2001. So, daily, it could continue to sell, but guess what? I don't know where it's going to go because I don't have a point of reference to base it off of. I don't have a recent structure, a recent zone because guess what? It's an uncharted territory, literally. So my opinion would be just wait. It looks divergent here. Freaking things in the way. It is divergent. So if anything, this is going to just continue down until it hits a point of pivotal. I mean, I would just wait. I would just wait until this thing does a full-on reversal because it will need to breathe after breaking a low. So that's my opinion. I would just wait to see how far it goes. Work hard for play hard. Good job, Ryan. So let's do Euro AUD. Oh, looks like did it make its move already? Hey, Carlton.
And
So Euro AUD, it already made it. It looks like it made it move. Like it's like it shot right up. What is that? Like 50 pips? Oh, I stand corrected. 90 pips. 95 pips. I at the ADR high already. This pair is pretty much done. Now, I would trade it again, but it needs to pull back. I need a big pullback. This is too late to buy. You buy low, sell high. So let me put in buys of potentially EA. See how it goes. But pull back low, rise. Depending on how far it pulls back, and if it shows a break a shark fin to the low, then you would just buy it to the recent high. And if it goes that low, you're gonna catch at least 50 pips. So now let's go to GJ. Ooh, JPY pairs, man. All I know is from everything we've been saying tonight, There's so much potential to make money tonight. It's ridiculous. Ideally, you want to see this. Guess what? I don't see divergence, right? There's no divergence. So the only thing that tells me we want to see it rise, and then we continue in the direction it's going. In this case, worst case, it's going to go boom, boom, right at the low. So if it does that, all we got to do is look for the sell, catch 90 pips. Like, you're in and you're out. You're done for the night. So I'm gonna wait for a stop hunt high, and then I'll sell it. I'll base that, and not every single time is gonna be a shark fin. Like, look at this right here. This is not gonna go that high up and be overbought. It's not gonna do that. The most it's gonna look like this and continue. And that could be this. Could be here. It could be here. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I can't see the future. I can just see potentials of what the future may be. So that's what I'm gonna wait for, is those things. Now, UJ. Ooh, haven't traded this pair. UJ, peak formation high, low. Continued. Continuation. I do see divergence. But it just doesn't look like it's gonna. Look at that. Look at that room. From here to here. Peak formation low. Or the ADR lows down there. You got at least 50 pips to there. We got divergence on the 15-minute. Now, the lower the time frame on the divergence, the more chances that it's probably just a pullback. So if you see higher time frame divergence, that means it's getting ready for a big reversal on the lower time frame. So I am looking for this. Either that or this. That's what I'm looking for. Sell on UJ. I think we will have a great opportunity this weekend with NFP. Yeah. I think after this week is going to be solid. We're going to have even better opportunities. So there's a lot of time. I mean, just off of tonight, just what I'm seeing right now is solid. I have to do this. You need something on there?
Yeah,
It's all my cash.
oh, I need that card.
It's in there. Okay. So you, Chief. Peak formation high. Chief. Wow, that's very low. Could it continue? Yes, it can. Super low though. I wouldn't sell it yet. It's too low. Wait for it to go up a little bit and then sell it. 3 opportunities. Here, there, here, there, or here, there, or here. Those are it. But each one, guess what? Each one has to go up first. So wait for a push up, and then based on the push up, and see how tight these Bollinger Bands are. So we should see some sort of move over as a shark fin. And when it dives back in, you dictate whether or not that's an M on a 15-minute time frame or a 5-minute or 1 minute. And if it makes sense, you take it. It's just too low right now to sell, so I wouldn't touch it. We're almost finished here, guys. I'm not gonna do these pairs. Well, I'll do US CAD. This is the craziest pair during NFP because it's literally US non-farmers payroll, and same thing with CAD. This looks like, yeah, I feel like this is going to continue up. Not a solid formation for a sell. all this is saying buy. If it looks like this, at least to me, it's not a sell. So, and the TDI is getting ready for it to buy up. But it's a New York session pair, so I'm not going to trade it yet. This looks good for a buy. I would look for a stop hunt low and drop or rise. So buy, you can. You can. Then we have GA, GCAD, and ECAD, no stop. I don't like this. Yeah, peak formation high, peak formation low. Not touching it. Broke this, so this is no longer a peak formation high. This is now the peak formation low.
Okay.
GCAD. This was the pair I had for a sell the other night, right here. I sold it down here and way too soon. Went against my own judgment and hit my stop loss, which is like right about here. Which is no big deal because if I was greedy, I would have held it and been like, yeah, it's gonna reverse soon. Account blown. No thanks. But thanks. Always yes. This is gonna continue up. It's going here. Look at that. Wow, it's different. Look at all this space. It's going here. That's where it's going. So we just got to capture the moves in between. That's it. You're going to be looking at buys on GCAD for a minute. Ideally, that's your best options. It's already making a move now, so it's too late to buy at the moment. I mean, if you want, you can swing trade this for the next freaking 2 months, but you really going to hold a trade for 2 months? No, no. No one in their right mind is going to do that unless they have millions and or billions and they don't care. So the same thing. I mean, look at this. Bouncing off the water. Bouncing. Right. So we would ideally look for a bounce off the water. If it breaks the water, you could sell it to the Mayo. And once it gets to the Mayo, you can look for a reversal and buy it. That's it. Those are your options. You just got to dictate whether or not it's going to be here, you buy it, or down here.
08043.
Yeah. So, okay, cool. I'll do EuroCAD because I just did this last night, but I think it's pretty much done for. Damn it. I could have held that scalp. I would have been up like $700 right now. All good though. All good. I'll make it back. Oh wait, what am I talking about? This is GCAD. Dumbass.
Oh, dude, Jen.
It still did up. It'd still be up money. I don't care. This is gonna continue up too. I think it's gonna break this high. So much nothing, no divergence on the weekly. So it's all buys. It's above the 50, all buys. 4 hours at a high, so you don't buy high, right? Remember, you buy low, sell high. So ideally, if you want to buy this for safe measures, you wait for an official break of the structure and then bounce off that structure. Or you wait for a reversal and you sell the reversal. And if it sells, guess what? This will become a peak formation. So that's it for tonight. Do you guys have any questions? I mean, that's pretty much all I'm looking at. I have my pair. So the pairs I'm looking at for sells are Euro JPY, NZD JPY, NZD Chief, AUD JPY. And then what I'm looking for buys are EA, Euro AUD, GBP JPY, USD JPY, and USD CAD. Those are the pairs I'm looking at. And I'll see which one pops up first. I'll see which one is most ideal. But with that being said, let's see how they all play out. Don't get greedy. Don't enter in too early. Wait for the setup. And if it plays out, you guys are going to make some money. And everyone's going to have a fun time. I'll post my results tomorrow. That's if I trade because I know the news is coming. But let's see. If something presents itself, I'll show you guys. I mean, I screenshot every single time I'm in profit. It works. Okay. No one's got any questions. Let's end it here. And I'll do what's today? Thursday? So I'm not doing one tomorrow. I will do another one starting Sunday. So I'll do it Sunday afternoon, about the same time. All right, guys. So everyone have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the chats. Later.